Okay, let's get the kettle on, find our comfiest blanket, and talk about this. Because if you're a fan of cozy movie nights and happily ever afters, the news about Ryan Paevey felt less like a news story and more like a personal blow. It's the kind of update that makes you sit up and say, wait, what? Let's be honest. For years, Ryan Paevey has been more than just an actor. He became a staple, a comforting presence on our screens, especially when the world outside felt a little too chaotic. He was the handsome stranger who fixes up the old inn, the grumpy single dad who learns to love again, the time-traveling knight who finds his soulmate in the modern world. He was the undisputed king of Hallmark Channel romance, the guy whose smile alone could make you believe in love at first sight, at least for 90 minutes. And then he was gone. The news didn't drop like a bombshell. It was more like a slow, heartbreaking realization. It started with whispers, with cryptic posts on social media, and then the confirmation that sent a shockwave through his massive, loyal fan base. Ryan Paevey, at what seemed like the absolute peak of his heartthrob status, was stepping away from acting, not for a short break, not for a different project, but perhaps for good. It's a gut punch. And if you're feeling it, you are not alone. It feels personal, doesn't it? Like your favorite coffee shop suddenly closing down, or finding out your go-to comfort food has been discontinued. It's the loss of a familiar, reliable source of joy. The fairy tale facade crumbles. So, what on earth happened? This wasn't a scandal. This wasn't a contract dispute in the typical Hollywood sense. The reason is so much more human, so much more relatable, and frankly, so much more shocking because of it. Burnout. In his own words, Ryan spoke of the exhaustion that came with the industry. He mentioned filming a movie last year that felt like it had sapped his spirit. Think about that for a moment. We see the polished, perfect final product, the twinkling Christmas lights, the perfectly delivered romantic lines, the charming banter. We don't see the grueling 16-hour days, the pressure to constantly be on, the travel, the time away from a real life, and the relentless churn of the content machine. But it was more than just physical exhaustion. The truly heartbreaking part of his decision stems from the dark side of fame, the toxicity of social media, and the relentless negativity. He shared that he'd had experiences with fans that crossed lines, interactions that left him feeling drained and disillusioned. He spoke of the parasocial relationship, where some people feel they have a right to every piece of you, a right to criticize, to demand, to own a part of your life simply because you're on their screen. And honestly, can you blame him for wanting out? We live in a world where we demand authenticity, yet we often punish the very people who try to give it to us. Ryan Paevey wasn't a robot programmed to deliver charm. He's a human being who loves motorcycles, adventure, and crafting beautiful things with his own hands. The character of Ryan Paevey, Hallmark star, was just one part of him, and it seems that part began to eclipse the man himself. From fortunate son to fortunate wanderer. So, where does he go from here? This is where the story pivots from one of loss to one of hope and inspiration. Ryan isn't disappearing into obscurity. He's choosing to pour his energy into something that genuinely fills his cup. His jewelry business, Fortunate Wanderer. If you've ever scrolled through the Fortunate Wanderer website or Instagram, you see the real Ryan. You see a craftsman, an artist, a man deeply connected to nature and the spirit of adventure. Each piece of jewelry, the rugged bracelets, the intricate rings, the nature-inspired pendants, tells a story. It's a story of freedom, of open roads, of finding beauty in the wild. It's a story that feels 1,000 times more personal than any movie script. He's trading film sets for a workshop. He's trading scripted lines for the tangible satisfaction of creating something real and lasting. In a way, he's authoring his own happily ever after, one that isn't dependent on ratings or audience approval. It's a brave, bold move. It's a testament to choosing mental health over celebrity, passion over a paycheck, and authenticity over an image. What this means for us, the fans, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to miss seeing him banter with Erin Krakow or Lacey Chabot. It's okay to feel a pang of disappointment when you see the new Hallmark lineup and his name isn't on it. We're allowed to mourn the end of an era. But maybe we can also see this as something more. Maybe this is a lesson. Ryan's departure is a stark reminder that the people on our screens are just that, people. They have breaking points. They have passions beyond their public persona. They deserve to be happy and healthy, even if it means we have to say goodbye. His decision forces us to look at our own relationship with celebrity culture. It's a call to be kinder online, to remember the human being behind the profile picture, and to appreciate the art without feeling entitled to the artist. So, as we navigate a future of Christmas movies without our familiar leading man, let's reframe this. Let's not see it as a loss, but as a graduation. Ryan Paevey gave us years of joy, of escape, of romance. He filled our cups. Now it's his turn to fill his own. Let's support his new chapter. Let's admire his courage. And let's carry the memory of those feel-good movies with us. The best way to honor the joy he brought to our screens is to wish him that same level of joy in his real life, on the open road, with the wind at his back and a new adventure waiting just over the horizon. He was our fortunate son on screen, and now he gets to be the fortunate wanderer in life. And that's a beautiful ending to any story. Now I have to ask you, what's your all-time favorite Ryan Paevey movie or memory? Let's fill the space he left with appreciation for everything he gave us. Share your thoughts below.